Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Mystics in Bali, also known as Leyak, an Indonesian horror film from 1981 that is also a notorious cult film. So notorious, in fact, that even Red Letter Media covered it in one of their best of the worst episodes. So the film tells the story of a young American woman who goes to Asia in search of the secrets of ancient magic, probably a really bad idea. One night in the forest, she encounters a female member of the terrifying cult of Leyak. She agrees to become the Leyak's disciple and begins to indulge in many strange and savage rites. But the Leyak witch has secret plans for her young acolyte, plans that culminate in one of the most bizarre and shocking scenes in all of horror cinema. So the film begins with what looks like a stage performance, shown during the opening credits. We have a nice, black set with some brightly lit masks and a performer who's dancing in costume. Some pretty neat costumes that look like they could be used for some type of Festival of the Dead or something. Then after that, the movie wastes no time because our female lead is shown immediately at the start of the film discussing her interest in black magic with her boyfriend. And then we get the cult ceremony scene that is very in line with the performance art that's shown during the opening credits. So the film does have some creativity and cultural aspects to it, which I like. Now, Mystics in Bali certainly offers its share of bizarre, hilarious WTF moments. The Leyak Queen looks like an amalgamation, like a combination of an old witch, Freddy Krueger, and Yoda. That's what this woman reminded me of. And she likes to laugh and cackle a lot. I'm not joking. And that in and of itself is reason enough to see this film. And this did come out before Nightmare on Elm Street, by the way. But I still get a Freddy Krueger vibe to this. Now, the evil character has an attitude problem and a very amusing English dub performance. Every time she shows up, the movie is very entertaining. And the interaction between this villain and other characters is pretty nutty and quite charming, actually. The scare tactics are pretty fun, to say the least. In addition to the Leyak Queen, which is obviously the highlight, the film contributes some animal transformations, a flying blood-sucking witch head, and even gigantic will-o'-the-wisps, like those fireballs that are floating in the air. There is a pretty hilarious moment involving a tattoo that had me chuckling. And the final confrontation is fun and satisfying. So there are scenes in this film that you're not going to forget, and that's a guarantee. There is a bit of atmosphere, since much of the film takes place at nighttime, and there's some use of fog and stuff like that. Some of the daytime scenes are shot in good locales, like old stone structures and things like that. Special effects are dated, they are. Some of the practical stuff is probably better than the other effects, which may have been optical effects and look pretty bad at times. But it's all in good fun in this case. They should have probably used practical for everything, or most everything that they could have. I think it would have been a better option for them. But, as is, it's still fine. The dialogue can get pretty awkward at times, but it's certainly entertaining and almost appropriate considering some of the cheesiness that's on display here. So this film, it's not a film that's really going to scare you. It's not. It's a film that will entertain you in its lunacy and craziness. And as I mentioned previously, this is an Indonesian film, but if you're a fan of those old school Hong Kong sorcery flicks from the 70s and 80s, like the black magic films, Boxer's Omen, stuff like that, you should probably check this one out. And considering its entertainment value and cult status, it's also a high priority for anyone who wants an education in Indonesian cult horror films from back in the day. So Mystics in Bali, every time I watch this, it makes me smile, and so I definitely recommend it. There's a Region 1 DVD floating around from Mando Macabro, which is probably the easiest way to track it down. And it would make a great Indonesian triple feature with Lady Terminator and Virgins from Hell. So, this is entertaining stuff, folks. And as always, we will see you next time.